Welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to show you some updates I've done to my K6 Pro Max, and this would work for any K6 model. See, I've been driving, I've got 462 miles on this thing. Just wanted to show you what I've done here. Put in a new shock, coil shock, and a new derailleur. I ran into a rock when I was doing some off-road riding, and it bent the derailleur right here. This whole thing was bent out, and I couldn't pedal it at all. And I was, thankfully I had some tools. I was able to bend it enough that I can pedal it home. And when I got home, I was able to bend it a little more to the point where I could ride. And so I rode it a few times, even though I had bought a new derailleur right away. I knew it was going to ultimately fail. So yeah, it ended up just completely failing the other day when I was riding, when screw under here, this screw that I'm pointing at right there, came off, and basically all this came undone. But thankfully I was able to motor home without any issue. Ended up fixing it. This was all yesterday. Ended up fixing it last night. So this is basically a test ride. And then this coilover shock, this is a 650-pound shock with the rebound adjustment, and that was a lot easier to put in than the derailleur. Because I didn't take the chain off. I didn't want to detach the chain links at all and maybe, need a new part or something, or ruin the integrity of the chain. So I left the chain on, and I just detached these wheels with these screws right here to be able to align those without having to take the chain off. And I think that worked pretty well. I do need to make some more adjustments. I think with these screws down here, and this, what I've come to learn is a barrel screw. And yeah, because it's operating smoothly, and I just want to be able to make sure that I can shift more smoothly in these upper or lower gears. So I'll make those adjustments. But I didn't have to watch any videos or anything. It was pretty straightforward to put in, as was the shock. Like I said, the shock was a lot easier. I did have to lay down the bike because I knew once I detached it all, it was just gonna collapse. So it was easier just to fold the pedal and lay the bike down to be able to access everything. I reused all the hardware from the stock hardware. I reused all that. Didn't have to make any adjustments to the shock itself. You reused the spacers inside, and didn't have to, again, make any sort of adjustments or anything. So it works out fine. There's a 125 millimeter shock, and just riding over here, I can tell you it was a much more pleasant experience. I'm gonna go in a little bit more off-road right now, and just to see what it's like, but pedaling here was smooth. You definitely could feel more travel, I guess, on the shock. Unfortunately, I don't have, a camera mounted right here to be able to show you. And yeah, other than that, I think the only other thing I would do with this bike is get more ergonomically comfortable grips. But of course, this is all one piece. I have a video where this came apart one day, and I learned that this is attached to this via a spring. So I can't just replace this end piece. I would have to replace the whole thing, of course, up to the whole throttle. But it's a quick disconnect, so that shouldn't be an issue. I just got to find the right one. But yeah, other than that, man, this bike is good to go. I love it. I was a little salty because yesterday was a perfect day, mid 70s. I did get out on it, but then the derailleur failed, and I could have kept riding, you know, throttle gang and all that, but it just wasn't the same, you know, in case I had to pedal one. And also it was just drooping down. It kind of looked a little janky, and I didn't want to be that guy riding around with a jacked up e-bike. All right, so I've pedaled a couple miles to get here. I had to reset the app, or the app reset when I was just doing some video stuff. And so I don't know how many miles I've pedaled to get here, but the pedaling is fine and it's smooth. The gears are shifting smoothly. I just again have to see about these lower gears. And making those adjustments. But now I just wanted to do a little bit of off-roading just to test out that suspension a little bit more. And I gotta say, there have been multiple bear sightings, black bear sightings, in woods that are adjacent to where I am now and the places that I've been riding since I've gotten these e-bikes. I just don't want to come across any mamas with their babies. Try not to hit any rocks this time, because it was on stuff like this that I did it. So I did stand up on that one. I think if anyone were to be honest, oh, that sucks. The stock shock on the K6 bikes are not that good. Not a lot of room for error there. And I don't know where I am. But let's just go on and finish this properly. course, I didn't hit record. Phew. So yeah, pedaling, I rarely get it out of 8th gear, maybe sometimes go to 7 or 6, but hardly ever. So I will fix that, I will make that adjustment, but right now it's not an immediate priority. I will say that this is, of course, on the lower end of derailleurs. I would like to see what the more higher end ones are like, so maybe one day I'll try that, knowing now that I can put one on. The shock is, I think, a huge improvement and a huge upgrade. It's not just replacing the shock. I think it's a better experience. And this was a lower end, I think, replacement, like $70-something. So you can imagine what something even nicer would be like. But yeah, I'm happy with these modifications. / repair. So I think now I'm just gonna get on and enjoy the ride. And I appreciate you being here with me. And if you do get the opportunity, I hope you too can get out and enjoy the great outdoors. So I've been out riding around. As you can see, you've got 469 on there now. It's just a few miles, but I gotta say that having this new shock on there, I don't know if it's the combination of the Cloud9 seat with the shock, but I just had perhaps the most enjoyable ride I've had on this bike since I've had it. I've taken the camera off and I'm just out riding around like I'm a teenager right now. I'm up here at the park. There's a lake up there. Be a good day to have my fishing pole on here. I attach it right here. But yeah, this is, like I said, just been the most enjoyable ride I've had on this bike. I was thinking about also adding a suspension post. I don't know if that's going to be too much though. So I'll probably get one and just at least try it out and then see how it goes. But yeah, the combination of this seat with this new shock, I am really enjoying this bike right now. As far as the derailleur goes, I'm just thankful that it works. I mean, pedaling has been super smooth. I'm having a good time. All right, so I just wanted to stop and share that update with you. And yeah, if you have a K6, whether it's original K6 or K6 Pro, K6 Pro 2.0, or like this one, the K6 Pro Max, you can get this 125 millimeter shock. Whatever shock you get, it's going to be 125 millimeter. But yeah, this one is a good option for me for now. And if later I want to upgrade it even more, then that's something at least I know now that I can do. Well, it's a good day when you can go on a nice, enjoyable ride, get back, and everything is functional. So yes, this shock, I can't tell you how much more I enjoyed the ride with this shock. I am almost at the point now where I already want to upgrade it to something even better because it makes a huge difference. But yeah, the derailleur works fine. Again, just got to make some adjustments to it. but fully functional. Well, functional, I would say. Just a little bit more to make it fully functional, but absolutely enjoyed this ride and look forward to get back out there. Again, just want to change these grips. Something I keep forgetting to mention is that I saw on Shoot the Chits video of an older variant of the K6 where he used a monkey wrench to tighten this down. If you don't fold your bike a lot to get the battery out, I would suggest that, because since I've done that over a month ago, I haven't had this come loose at all. So definitely use a pipe wrench, monkey wrench, whatever. Tighten that down to the point where it's definitely tight, but you don't want to break anything. And you won't have any issues with that coming loose. So that's it for this video. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for joining me on this one. And I will see you in the next one.